Good morning, good evening, everybody, and good afternoon to me. I'm on the East Coast. Hello, everybody. My name is Lavanya Ganesh, and I work for SAS Institute. And my demo today is about how we are using Great Expectations in a product called SAS Studio. So we have wrapped up Great Expectations as a reusable custom step. And so a business user can easily build flows, what we call flows in our product. And they don't need to know or write code. And by the way, Great Expectations is awesome. I love it. So with that, before I delve into the demo, I have just a few slides introducing our company and our product suite, or a couple of slides, and then we can delve right into the demo. Does that sound good? Cool. All right. And I work in the data management and the governance division in SAS. So SAS Institute, it's a global analytics software company, still privately held, and we offer advanced analytics, data management, and business intelligence solutions. We do specialize in AI, machine learning, and we serve a diverse set of industries. And moving on, our current offering is called SAS Via, which is, I'm going to be demoing the product that is part of this offering. And it's modern, cloud native, and analytics platform. It is business users can use it as well as programmers. And cloud native, we do integrate with Python, R, and other tools, and a lot of open source integration as well. We do provide tools for data preparation and wrangling, and that is my division, the products that belong to my division. We do have advanced analytics and machine learning capabilities as well. A fantastic tool to build reports, which is called visual analytics, and definitely still working on the security and governance aspect, and we keep building the suite and making it better and better for our customers. Of course, use cases across several industries. And this is a quick snapshot that I have. And my demo will be showcasing how we use develop code and flow product. And my division also owns the manage data, prepare data, and discovering information assets, which is using our catalog product. And moving on, this is how the flow looks. And this is sort of like where we are building what I call the custom step. And this calls the Python GX. And I think our version currently is 0.16.8. And based on what you all have on the product roadmap, looks like maybe it's time for us to upgrade as well and to make use of all the enhanced capabilities that you all provide. And we are building the expectations and running the expectations on the data and doing a whole lot of data manipulation downstream and then building reports. All right, I think it's time for me to delve into my demo. Let me see if I can bring up. Cool. All right. So this is our product, like I mentioned. It's called SAS Studio. And this basically lets a business user create what we call flows to manipulate their data and apply all the data quality parameters and get it ready for downstream cleansing and analytics using our analytics products that we have. Okay, let's start by first, my demo is about showcasing how we built this flow and using GE, and then we run expectations against the YAML and then run through and build all those records, and then how do we manipulate all the good records and run downstream. All right, I'm gonna start by looking at our data. I have a daughter who just started in college and freshman, so all my entire last year was spent researching all about US and college application process. So if you want any additional free guidance, you can ping me later. I'm now an expert. So basically, this is the data that I wanted to work off of, and I got this from some tuition website. And basically, this is our data that we're trying to run through GX to generate rules. And I did partition it into some test and train data. And we have an import custom step again. So all of this is business user, business friendly. So you don't need to actually write code. And then here's where we're generating expectations. And this is what the custom step, what we call, looks like. So we're reading the data, and here's where we are using the Python to build your Great Expectations rules. And I'm gonna run this. Live demos are scary, but if they work, that's wonderful. All right, it's going to generate the expectations, and right now I'm just showing it with the default values, and fantastic. And this is here's where you can see that we are storing the YAML. It's on our folder page here, and then allow you to download it. And it's in here, and this is all the default, all the work that the GX community has done. And I mean, this out of the box things are really good, so I'm gonna go with that. And we're all familiar with this. And our next step is to take the test data that I have and then apply these expectations. Flow is getting a little wonky here, but then we're running the expectations. And in here, we're just pointing it to the same JSON file that we have, that we got from our previous step. I'm gonna run this. And here's where things are gonna get interesting is we actually create what we call work tables in SAS Studio, and which will separate out the good records and the bad records and the exceptions and everything. And then let me make sure. And then we take the good records and run it through our own additional custom steps for data quality. I'm doing some standardization and filtering out rows and columns, removing some missing values. And then what I do is I rerun the expectations to make sure that there are no exceptions in there. And then, of course, I have some diversity data for college, and I'm doing some joins in here and generating my output data that I can further consume in building my reports or running it through our modeling. So let's take a quick look at what are expectations that get generated, exceptions in here, and how we are actually showcasing this. So this is how the exceptions are, and you can see in here that the column names are not the state code 2 codes that we have. And we are running our standardization algorithm to fix that from the bad records. And it lists all the records. So we do provide a preview to our customers on what those records are and what they can do about it. And we already know the good records in here. And similar preview for all the output data that the GX generates. So once the data runs through this process, in this flow, I'm rerunning it and then making sure that there are no exceptions. And then, so the data is ready for downstream cleansing. And very quickly, I did build a report off of that data, very simple data. I live in North Carolina, and this is how much the in-state tuition is and the out-of-state tuition. And you could categorize some interesting visuals in here based on the diversity data. And once the data is cleansed, it's much easier to build the reports and generate insights. And I think this is how we have implemented the GX custom steps in SAS Studio. And we also have a GitHub location. SAS has a GitHub location where we constantly enhance functionality by integrating with open source. The great expectations is in here. The generating the rule, generating the expectations, and running the expectations. And this is our repository that we use our proprietary data quality functionality as well as integration with open source. And this is available for our customers to consume this as it is or use this to build additional functionality and extend it out. And the last thing I wanted to show is our catalog product, which generates additional insights on, this one is additional metrics about the data and data quality metrics. This was the same data, but we can, once it's cleansed and built, we can generate other metadata measures and data quality metrics on that data. So that was our demo and usage in SAS Studio. And I think we would love ideas on how we could improve or enhance this in terms of GX, building expectations and applying them. So any help, any suggestions that you all have, definitely we're always welcome. What else do I have? What's next? We're trying to build a business rules management system. So it's a multi-provider system that allows the user to build rules, and the rules can come from GX and several other sources. And we have some legacy systems and rules as well. And of course, everybody is looking to do some AI capabilities with building out automated data monitoring and observability. And I think that's it. So I just have a reference to our GitHub custom steps location and the documentation that you all have.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, Lavanya. I'm just going to take a moment and see if there's any questions specifically for Lavanya before we move on.
I have one, Lavanya. What are the expectations you're actually using? And then how did you go about choosing them and finding the ones you wanted?
So I think the main one is we kind of focused on the numeric data, the common ones that we have, like the unique values and the ones that we are generating from. And then I think our product manager probably gave us a list of the ones that they're looking at. And so based on the documentation that that he gave us.
Gotcha. Cool. Do you know if you're all building using custom expectations, or are all the core ones?
The core ones, actually, right
core
now.
ones?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then for the metrics you showed at the towards the end, so those are not the data docs, right? They're something that you've built, you've computed based on
our custom, yep, based on our algorithms. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for showing us.
This is awesome.
All the demos worked. It's a good day.
Yeah, live demoing. Things can definitely go wrong. I'm just leaving one more pause to see if there's anything else before we move on.
I have another question. Do you collaborate with anyone else on this? What does your team structure look like? And yeah, so you mentioned, right? So you have a product manager who kind of chooses the expectations. Yeah, who else? Where do the requirements come from? And then do you work in a team that builds this pipeline? Yeah, talk to me about the people you collaborate with.
Yep. So we pretty much follow the regular structure. We have product managers, we have development managers, and the field, what we call the SEs and market leads, will look at things, and then we look at the market trends and figure out what kind of open source integration should we bring about, and then do a little bit of research on that front. Yes. And we have set up developers, testers, the whole suite of R&D team.
Gotcha. Cool. And then the internal, so who are the actual consumers of the reports and the metrics?
They're our customers.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
External customers, yep.
Okay, great. Thank you so much again. And thanks for all the great questions, Josh. Sorry?
Oh, no, I was saying I always have questions. Yeah.
That's great.